Oh, Canada. Boy, do we have a lot to be thankful for. You could start with maple syrup and poutine, but the Canadian Rockies are truly something else. Mount Robson here, of course, and our part of the province down in British Columbia. Just absolutely unbelievable. It doesn't take your breath away when you can see that much of the mountain. It's something else. And you know what? I think we take it for granted a little too often. Today we're going to take you on our journey on this Canada Day special for some incredible stories from across this corner of the province, including here at Mount Robson, in Valemount, and it'll have you saying, "Oh, Canada." When you come here to Valemount, the first place you should stop is the Visitor Information Center. There's no doubt about it. They're ready to help, ready to serve, ready to educate you about Valemount because there's lots to do here, including hiking, biking, eating, and a brewery. We're going to hear about all that today inside with Vivian. Come on. Now inside the Visitor Center here in Valemount, and this is just a beautiful spot. There's so much to see, so much to do, including a lot to learn about inside here. Vivian, how's it going today?
It's great. How are you?
Good. You're like the team leader in here, right?
I am. So I'm in charge of the general operations, hiring our summer staff for the year, and just kind of making sure everyone knows what's going on in Valemount every day.
Okay, so if people come to Valemount, come inside the Visitor Information Center, they're going to see you probably.
They're going to see my face. Yeah, I'm here most days, and I try to greet everyone with a friendly smile and a nice warm welcome. So
that's awesome. Well, Valemount's an easy place to have a smile because there's so much to be grateful about. Walk me through a little bit about what is topical at the Visitor Information Center right now.
Well, right now we're focusing a lot on Mount Robson with the Berg Lake Trail reopening in June this year. Big trail.
There's even like a big celebration plan, right?
Yeah, we're having a big celebration at the end of June. So we're definitely focusing on promoting local trails, local businesses. With everything that happened in Jasper last summer, it's definitely important to keep things local this year and really enforce local businesses and community and
yeah. I guess at the end of the day, people might be surprised if they've never taken gone further up the highway than maybe the gas station here in Valemount, but there's a lot to do here.
There's a lot more to see and do. A lot of people are guilty of just stopping at the gas station, grabbing a quick bite to eat and continuing on. But if you explore under our beautiful archway in town, it kind of brings you to our downtown core, where we have lots of bakeries, coffee shops, art galleries, museums. There's a lot of rich history.
I think you left one out. The brewery.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's definitely a local hotspot. But
I hear the mayor even likes to hang out there.
Oh yeah.
You might even see him.
Yeah, definitely mayor approved.
But so lots of people come to Valemount. Obviously, the two highlights: hiking and biking, right?
Yeah, definitely. Biking in the last few years has really skyrocketed, and it's really put Valemount on the map.
Now, what's your favorite part of living in Valemount? I like to ask locals this because it's different from an outsider perspective.
Yeah, I would say the small town feel. I've lived here most of my life, so growing up, walking along the streets at night, I felt safe, I knew everyone, and just, you really get to know your neighbors, and it really makes it feel like home.
Even when we've been staying in Valemount here, I will say, Vivian, it's like a small town vibe. The downtown streets are bustling. You can walk from business to business. It's a great time.
Exactly. What more do you want?
Scenic views.
Yep, the mountains, can't beat it on a nice clear day.
Okay, well, not only do they have a lot of information here at the desk, they also have some in the brochure area. So let's head over there and take a look at those. What do you say?
Let's do it.
All right. Every good tourist loves a brochure, and there's a lot of them here at Tourism Valemount and the VIC. And the slogan is, "Let the mountains move you," right, Vivian?
Yeah, we're starting to transition into a new slogan.
Oh, what is it?
So we like to ask the question of where is Valemount, and we like to say it's in the middle of everywhere.
Oh.
So many people ask us, where is Valemount? We've never heard of it, and once we tell them where it is, they're like, oh, you're truly in the middle of everywhere. So
it really is when you think about it.
It really is. It's on the intersection of so many major highways, major routes into Alberta, into northern BC, it's the perfect place to be.
Yeah, and when you're planning your Canadian getaway, you're definitely going to go through Valemount, that's for sure.
Definitely.
Including some probably unique experiences, like Valemount here in the area is one of the few places in BC you can actually do rafting.
Yeah, we have a couple of whitewater rafting companies that operate out of the Robson Valley here. One being Mount Robson Whitewater that brings you right up next to Mount Robson.
Wow.
And there's Stellar Descents based in Tijon that give you a bit of a historical tour going through there. We also have some maps of our bike park.
Yes, world-renowned.
World-renowned bike park. So lots of trails in our system here.
And you could say like from beginner to like experienced.
Oh yeah,
right?
we have green trails for the newbies all the way up to black trails for people who have been biking their whole life.
Yeah.
New trails are being added every year. We can't keep up with printing production. It's crazy. But we love to rack brochures for local businesses and put them right on display right when you walk in the door. It really helps with keeping things community and keeping things local. And
I was going to ask you this. People might be surprised. We're talking about this morning when we walked in, the amount of visitors that you guys get from like crazy areas of the world.
all over the world, yeah. We get a lot in from Europe coming through to experience the true Canadian wildlife. We get a lot coming in from China and Korea, Japan, coming in and experiencing.
Even from down under.
Even from down under, we're getting lots of Australians this year, people from New Zealand, which is a big one. Don't mess those two up.
Yeah, they'll get offended by
Yeah,
that.
you'll get offended. We're seeing a lot of Americans coming up now. Don't want to get too political, but they're definitely enjoying the friendly faces up north.
Yep.
But
Definitely.
yeah, it's great. And working here, you get to meet so many incredible people from all over. They share their stories, and it really just makes the job really fulfilling.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, being at the VIC here would be awesome. You get to see all the smiling faces, and definitely you can be one of those smiling faces. If you come here to Valemount, check it out. All you got to do is take a turn off the highway and you're in the heart of downtown here in Valemount. Or the other way, then you stop at the VIC actually on your way in. It's probably what I would recommend, hey?
Yeah, come talk to me. I'll tell you everything to see and do in town.
Awesome. Thanks so much for your time today, Vivian. And
Have a
yeah,
great one.
Come and visit Valemount. All right, now we're on top of the mountain part of Valemount for a little bit of biking here with a really good guy, Dave. Thanks so much for making the time here. We're at the bacon staging area, am I right?
You betcha. Everyone loves bacon.
Everyone loves biking, including me. Now, I feel like this is a good route for us today. Tell me a little bit about what we're gonna experience here.
Well, we are going to go down some flowy trails. Nothing too crazy today. We'll work up to that. And the first trail will be called Truck Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll get onto a trail called T-Rocks, Tyrannosaurus Rocks.
Okay, now cool story behind the T-Rocks name. Is the elementary school kids involved here?
Yeah, so we wanted to build a green downhill so that everybody could have fun. And to name it, we had a competition at the elementary school, and the kids wrote essays of why it should be named the name that they chose, and we chose T-Rocks.
That is super cool. So not only great trails here in Valemount, great names as well.
Great names, yeah. There's so many great names of the trails here.
Definitely. Okay, and shout out to the shuttle that got us up here. Good guy as well, has been working here and can work to serve you as well. Yeah, this is just so cool, the Vail Mountain Bike Park.
You know, it's a place that's changed this community. 10 years ago, when it first started, people were just sort of driving through Valemount. It was a place to get gas and maybe stop on your way,
Yeah.
Somewhere else. We were doing okay in the winter, but the summers were quiet. And now the town is bustling. There's bikes everywhere. There's trucks with racks on it, with bikes pouring out of them. The campgrounds are full. You're running into people from everywhere here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're saying even like people from across the country, across the world coming here.
Absolutely, yeah, and it's growing. It's growing every year. Everyone's hearing about Valemount.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, we're going to hear about it, and we're going to see it today on the show. I say, you ready? Let's kick it.
Let's do it.
All right.
So truck, yeah, it's there's
All right.
it's you can see what it says about it. It's named after this old international truck wreck down there.
Oh,
And
really?
The bed of it is facing up, and so that's why we called it truck, yeah, because we're not going to go by that today.
Okay.
But we will go by the sign tree, and
Sounds
it's a project I've been working on for years.
All right. Take it away, Dave.
All right, let's go have fun. Let's go play bikes.
Yeah, like this. How can you beat that? Yeah, this is wow. Hey, it's the sign tree. Man, that's
It's playful, eh?
yeah, oh yeah. That's my adrenaline's going. Like that's
Great. It keeps you young.
all right. I cannot just stop here. Dave, you said I was going to end this with a smile on my face, and yeah, I think the footage will prove it.
Well, I heard the hoots and hollers all the way down the trail, so yeah, I know you had fun.
You know what? For someone like me, I haven't ridden mountain biking a lot, haven't ridden the bikes much, but that I could do it all day long.
Yeah, you could. And Aaron's the guy that would make that happen.
So okay, so now you're loading up for another run here, and peak shuttles. You guys do this during biking season all the time.
Yeah, we do it all summer long, start May long weekend, go till the end of September typically, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Mondays, most of the season.
Perfect. Okay, so people interested, they're coming here. Do they buy their passes in advance to get the shuttle?
They can purchase it in advance if they want through the website, but they can buy it on site.
Okay.
It's a public demand, first come, first served basis, so super simple. Cash card, whatever works for them.
Awesome. Well, thanks for the ride today. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is great. The people of Valemount on full display here because they're just so kind, so welcoming. I can't say enough about it, Dave. Thank you so much as well.
Oh,
this
our
is a real
pleasure.
treat.
We look forward to you coming back.
Oh, I'm going to be back. When you see the flag waving, you know it's time for golf, and they got it here in Valemount at the Valemount Golf Course. It's beautiful. It's picturesque. You will be able to see the mountains behind us at some point today. I promise that. And Cole, you promised us, so the clouds better go away. You better use your magic.
Absolutely.
But thanks for having us out today. This is a gorgeous course right in the heart of Valemount in the valley here. And yeah, tell me a little bit about it. What should we expect today?
The grass is nice and green and thick today because we've been getting a lot of nice rain finally. Shouldn't have to worry about dust storms or any of that other fun stuff that sometimes springs up out here. So yeah, it should be a nice day.
So talk to me a little bit about the golf course. It's an interesting layout, right?
Yeah, it's 9 holes, but they kind of overlap, so it does have 18.
Okay.
Go around twice.
Go around twice and play because different tee boxes for different 9, right?
Yes.
Okay. And now tell me about the bunkers here as well, because I am famous. If I've golfed with anyone watching, they'll know I play the bunkers sometimes unintentionally. But today I might want to play them intentionally.
Yeah, the sand is really nice. It's shipped all over the place to golf courses pretty much all over the continent. Like, it's really powdery,
Okay.
really, really soft. Like, it just sticks. So
Okay. Well, we'll have to find out. I'll definitely try it out. Probably not. I won't even have to try. I'll say that. But yeah, we'll do a little golfing here today and see what we can do. You think can maybe get a birdie? Maybe my first birdie of the year?
sure.
Okay. Okay. Let's do it. I'm going to get stretched out and we'll get set up here on hole number 1. Thanks, Cole.
Yeah, no problem.
You know, the older you get, the more stretching you got to do, So the reason I wanted you to golf here, Cole, because I need a guide to tell me where I need to go.
Yeah.
So is the flag, where am I going here?
Way down at the other end.
Okay, that white one, is it waving in the wind?
No.
No.
It's way around the corner still.
Okay, is the dog leg a little left?
Yes.
Okay. All right, it's all or nothing. Aim a little more left, yeah. That'll do. You get that? That's evidence. That's a good start to the day. Okay, how many of you have been working here, Cole?
This is week 5.
Week 5, okay. And how, yeah, is like a dream come true here or what?
I enjoy it. There's no shortage of things to do. I'm never bored because it's always something different.
All great golfers do this. You, over there. You know where to go. Actually, this is kind of a tough shot. We're trying to look through the trees. That'll work. Didn't really get it to curve much, but hey, she went up there. I'll take it. Dub, big dubs. Hey, there we go. Look at that. Is it true the Valemount Golf Course is then a real-life edition of Caddyshack?
I was brushing up on my Bill Murray last night, yes, but I'm gonna refrain.
Maybe Explosion's coming one. We'll just have to wait and see. Okay, sets me up for a 2-putt. That's I should be a member. See, I'd get that if I was a member here at the golf club. Boo. Hey, you know what? We made it in the first hole, though. Ooh, I pulled that.
Might be in the water trap that was to be.
Do you think it's in there?
It could be.
This is part of the fun.
We got time.
We got time, he says. No way. This is what happens, me and Sam, we don't get along. Okay, we got it out of the sand. There we go. All right, Valemount's best sand, hey Cole?
Yep.
Well, we'll see what we can do here. Oh, this is really nice and soft. It's part of golf, okay? You gotta dig your feet in. Come on now. There we go. We got it. You know what? That's what they call it. Tap, tap, taparoo. Ding dong. That's it. Okay, Cole. Now, I just gotta say, thank you for the round here.
Yep, no
It's a
problem.
pleasure. Valemount Golf Course, beautiful, open, starting here in May, all the way until the snow flies?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, cool. And people probably recommended to book your rounds in advance of showing up, or just show up. A little bit of both.
Either way works. If you intend to stay and play, yes, a reservation would be best.
The stay and play thing, this is interesting too, because if you stay, then you get to play. There's a deal involved here?
Yeah, there's a deal. We have a few people who already used it. I can't remember the exact amount, but you stay all summer in the full service RV park and basically get your own cart, and when it's quiet like this, just go out and enjoy it.
Look at that. You can stay and play here in Valemount. Come check out the Valemount Golf Course. Some of the best sand you could ever ask for, even if you only hit into it unintentionally. Thanks, Cole. This area of the province has so many interesting stories to share, whether it's in Valemount or here at Rearguard Falls. You can understand why, just looking at this thing, only the biggest and strongest Chinook salmon can make the trek all the way up here and then actually get over the falls. It actually happens every single year in August. Only the biggest and strongest Chinook salmon come all the way from the Pacific Ocean all the way here, 800 plus miles to spawn. Unbelievable, a feat of nature, no doubt about it. Well, we got more where this came from too. We'll take you along our Canada Day journey here to celebrate. Welcome inside Vale Coffee here in Valemount, British Columbia. Beautiful spot, and there's a lot going on in this little coffee shop here in Valemount because, well, honestly, the founders, you guys started it all. There's 4 of you, Megan?
There's 4, yeah.
Okay, and you guys are 5 years old now here in Valemount. Tell me a little bit about Vale Coffee and what it's all about.
I mean, Vale Coffee, so we're a small batch coffee roaster. We also have a cafe. We're located right in the middle of Valemount. Yeah, we started this business up because there wasn't a great specialty coffee place to go in Valemount, and it's something that we really wanted to have to be able to go to when we had a day off or whatever.
Yep.
And Yeah, so we kind of filled a niche that wasn't really here in Valemount.
I like it, and it's pretty successful. Talk to me a little bit about, you guys got a roasting day, and then you got a lot of serving days as well. But what is the vibe? What is the kind of coffee that you guys specialize in?
Yes, so we source all our coffee from all over the world. We work with a couple of distributors out of Vancouver, Delta area, and they are direct traders. So they work directly with the farms all over the world. So Central America, South America, Indonesia, Africa, I'm probably forgetting one or two. Basically, we work with them to choose good lots and good varieties, and they have recommendations sometimes, or we hear from various people in various ways of different types of coffee we want to try. And we try to just kind of pick a nice variety of things from different places in the world that roast well as espresso or dark roast or light or medium roast.
So you got a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Okay, and these beans come here and you guys roast them here too?
We do.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the big, so this actually behind us here, this is the old roaster?
That's our old roaster. That's what we started on. We used that for about the first 2 years. It's a great roaster. It's been retrofitted so you can hook it up to the computer programs.
Okay.
But it's quite manual, and it requires quite a bit of knowledge compared to our new one, which we'll see in a minute here.
Okay.
But it's a great machine, and it got us going. And
nice.
Yeah.
What would you say is the most popular cup of coffee here in Valemount?
I mean, like bean variety.
Yeah.
I think our best seller always is the Guatemala blend. It's kind of like the flavor notes are like milk, chocolate, and almond. It's just like it's not too dark, it's not too light. It's like middle of the road, flavorful, classic. And in Valemount, people, I think the general population aren't into super light roasts or anything too fruity or crazy, but they like just a classic brew.
Just like the cup of joe. Okay, well, it all starts with the beans, so I say let's go check it out. What do you say?
All right.
Let's go see the beans. The bean counter. Is Matt the bean counter? I guess
Sure.
kind of. All right, now time to count the beans. How many do you count here, Megan? I'm kidding, I won't make you do that. But there's lots of beans here at Vail Coffee, and this is part where they do the roasting. Now tell me a little bit of what's going on back here. This is a fancy roasting machine.
Yeah, this is a beautiful machine that we got a little over 2 years ago, I think. It was an upgrade from our old one big time. It's a lot more automated. It also has a different heating mechanism, so it's a convection heat instead of open flame propane.
Okay.
And it's just like a really slick machine where there's not a lot of bad exhaust that comes out. It burns it all off really well.
Cool.
And it's also just super efficient compared to the old style machine. So it's a much greener machine. Even though it's 3 times the capacity, it uses significantly less energy than our old one.
Interesting.
So,
okay, so how it works, you guys get the beans here, they go in there, and then they come out. That's what Matt's doing over there.
yeah, so basically each bucket here is a batch. So it's a type, so this is a decaf. This will be a batch of decaf. This will be a batch of Monday grind, a batch of Peru. So it's basically the maximum amount that can go into the machine at a time.
Right.
And it gets sucked up through this vacuum
Okay.
into the hopper. And then when it's ready, the beans release down into the main drum where it gets roasted. So there's a batch in there right now.
Yep.
It's starting to turn yellow, so you can see this is the starting color. This is kind of the midpoint.
Yeah.
And then it will be like your classic brown coffee when it's done. And this when it's ready, when the end temperature has been hit, this door will open automatically, and this is our cooling tray. They dump into the tray and cool right away, so it stops the cooking process. And then once it's cooled, it gets released down into here. This tube here has a little thing called a de-stoner.
Okay.
So coffee is an agricultural product. It comes from all over the world, and it often has foreign objects in it. Even like little tiny beetles, or a little kernel of corn, or a little rock.
Okay. I need that for my pot when I make popcorn.
Yeah, and this separates out anything that isn't a proper coffee bean.
Oh, cool.
Or if one was roasted too dark or too light, it also separates out that. And it sucks it up into the second hopper, and this is our bagging machine. So then what Maddie's doing right now is he's bagging up into our final bags. And it's all kind of automated where it's got a little pedal. You set it up for what size bag you have and it pops out exactly that many grams.
Wow. Cool. It's a busy place back here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. Look at this Vale coffee, beautiful. Smells good.
Yeah.
Sounds cool, looks cool. Right here, one of Valemount's coolest attractions. This is the Speedway that has been revived and it's back running here for its second year in a row. We're so lucky to have Tamara, we got Bo, we got Trevor to talk a little bit more about this jewel here in Valemount. Maybe we'll start with you, Tamara. Tell me a little bit about this dirt speedway here.
Yeah, we are a 3/8 mile dirt speedway in Valemount, BC. We're actually a revived track. So this track kind of was at its peak in the 90s. Closed down early 2000s, and then we took over last year, opened up. Our grand opening was last June, and it's been packed ever since. Lots of the old boys that kind of put this together are back here helping us, and it's been an incredible journey.
What made you want to come back?
Oh, well, this is home for me. My dad was part of the original, and so for us, we're a racing family, so where better to race than in the mountains?
I like it. I like it. Okay, now, Trevor, you're the vice president here, and what made you want to be involved with the growing culture of dirt racing here in Valemount?
Well, I was never quite into racing too much and kind of got suckered in by these guys. We've been stuck here ever since, so.
And the rest is history.
It's been a great time, yeah.
Is dirt racing contagious?
It sure is, yeah.
What about it? Is it the dirt actually flowing at you and the weather racing? That's the contagious
A
part?
little bit of everything in the family that's all works around the track here. It's awesome.
Tell me a little bit about the dirt racing community too, because this is different than what folks would see at Pagera in Prince George or the Gold Pan Speedway in Quesnel or what have you. The dirt community is a little different.
Yeah, definitely I think they're pretty much a little closer. Everybody does what they have to do to keep everything going around here, and yeah, it's a great family.
Okay, now talk to me about the events here too, because this is part of the exciting part. Lots coming up here at the Speedway, Tamara, including Father's Day weekend.
Yeah, Father's Day is going to be huge. Yeah, this place transforms. It's a full vibe around here. There's the concessions open. There's a swag booth. We have a beer garden. We got a kids center over here. Announcers going, music going. We pull the most cars kind of in Western Canada here at the Rocky Mountain Speedway. And so, kind of gates open 10:30, 11 in the morning, and it is all day long, full on for 2 days. This place will be packed. Cars out all the way to the road, down the road. The racers are camping here. So yeah, Father's Day so far looks like our largest event of the year. But last year we said that and every event got bigger and bigger, pulling cars from everywhere and fans from all over Western Canada. So Father's Day is going to be huge. It's also Valemount Days weekend. So if you're coming from out of town, there's going to be a lot going on Father's Day weekend.
Yeah. Not only is it like you mentioned, one of the fastest or biggest speedways here in Western Canada, but also I would say probably the most picturesque. I don't know if anybody can compete with that.
Absolutely. I think what people love. A lot of our racers come in early, they stay late. You're right in the mountains. I mean, look around, it's beautiful.
360.
But I mean, I think we also really hang our hat on we're the fastest speedway around. The cars are fast here. Fans love it. We bring in a number of different classes every race weekend.
I like it. Okay, now, Bo, your time in the spotlight here. What's so special for you about the Speedway here? What do you like the most? Is it the sand? I saw you playing in the sand earlier. It's like you guys got the best sand around.
Who do you cheer for, Bo?
Daddy.
He cheers for Daddy. Okay, well, speaking of cheering, speaking of dirt, we're going to head down to the track here and catch up with the track manager to round this out. But thank you guys. And of course, if you're interested, all those events that Tamara and I were just talking about, and Trevor, all on the website as well. So we'll link them on ckpgtoday.ca. But let's go meet a guy named Joel on the track here. I'm excited for this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You come down here to the track and it's not just dirt. Okay, this is Joel, the track manager. What is this?
This is clay. So this is really sticky Alberta clay. It comes from Edson. When this track was first put together in 92, 93, they tried clay around this area, but around here it's mostly glacial silt. So it's that blue clay, really dusty, and it slimes right up when it gets wet. This is gumbo. This sticks to the track, and when it tacks up, it is fast. So we actually just hauled in a bunch of loads from Edson here 2 weeks ago to put another base on here, and it's in beautiful shape right now.
Yeah, it looks unbelievable. Now, I got to ask, though, because it's a little slippery to walk on, or can be anyway when it gets wet. How does it do with cars? Like, how does that work?
So it's fast. What it does, it's slippery. It actually starts off wetter than this at the beginning of the day. We water it with the water trucks. We get it really wet. Then we send cars out with the big fat tires, and they squeegee it. They start at the top, and they squeegee it down. So we go around for 20 minutes, half an hour, and we squeegee it till it tacks up really sticky. And when the track's perfect, you can go as fast as you possibly want into the corner, and the car will turn. It will not slip. It's stickier than pavement.
Really? Wow. Okay, what got you started on this clay dirt racing stuff?
Okay, so my dad was a racer when we were kids there, and then when I wanted to get into it, when I hit the age, it all kind of died off. There was no more racing anymore. The tracks all closed. Clearwater, Valemount, Hinton, they all closed. It was just kind of the mill pulled out of Valemount here at the same time, and there just was no money. Everybody wanted to work in the patch and all that. So, so you know, life comes about, and then one day I'm like, I'm building a car. Clearwater, they were reviving Clearwater, so I'm like, I'm building a car, I'm gonna go to Clearwater. So I was the only guy, built a car, and it was during COVID, and I started going by myself and racing away and having a blast, and friends started coming, and then all of a sudden they started building cars, and then Tamara, my sister, got into it, and we revived Dad's old car that was built for '93, raced out here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 79 Pontiac Firebird. And then it just kind of evolved, and then we were sitting around the campfire one night, a few drinks or whatever, and Trevor and Tamara and myself, and we're like, let's get Valemount going. So it just, from there, it evolved.
From there, all the rest is history now at the Rocky Mountain Speedway.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we're making history every weekend, so.
I like it. Well, definitely you're going to have to check it out here. I feel like this is so precious, I almost have to take a handful home.
Yeah, we love this surface. It is fast.
We've made our way to the Cranberry Marsh here on the edge of Valemount. This is one of the hidden jewels in the town because you got to really come here and walk around to appreciate it. And we thought we'd go on a bit of a bird watching hike today. And well, look who we ran into. Viv and her mom.
Hi.
Yeah, how's it going?
Good. We're good. Happy to be out enjoying the hopefully sunny day if the weather decides to break. But excited to go look for some birds.
Look at the outfits here. Like you guys are ready.
We are so ready to go.
Okay, this is everyone in Valemount dresses this way?
It's the uniform, it's the attire.
Standard Valemount issue.
Yeah.
Okay, what are we in for here at Cranberry Marsh? This is a great bird watching spot, I hear.
Yeah, so it's a pretty flat walk. It's about a 6-kilometer loop. Normally takes about an hour and a half to do the whole thing, so it's great for kind of any ability.
Okay.
But this is the time of year for lots of birds, lots of waterfowl, little muskrats, beavers, so let's see what we can see.
Okay, have you got any feeling on what we're going to see, Rit?
Well, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe we might spot a hooded merganser. Haven't seen any emus. Sorry.
Darn. Well,
not
we'll see.
The right locale, but
You
we'll
never
look.
know.
We'll look.
They
We'll
do.
look.
They
We're
do
ready.
pop up. You never know.
And there's also 2 viewing towers which help with the viewing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Getting some good panoramas.
Let's get after it,
All
as
right.
they say.
Let's go.
Cool. I was trying to make a bird pun, but I didn't know what one to make.
I often come down here. Right now it's too wet on the other side, so we can't do the full loop. There's great hikes just on the other side of town, the Swift Creek Loop that's connected to the bike park as well, but there's nice hiking up there if you want to do some hills. Okay, yeah, why not?
What's Swift Mountain?
Yeah, we're Swifties. I guess the ones that hike up there are Swifties.
Sure are.
Right? You're a Swiftie.
Yeah. What can I say?
We're covered in all of the pop girl. We have
Excellent.
Swift Creek and we have Chapel Creek.
Oh!
We're really.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Specialize in bird calling too?
I can call it a crow. That's about it.
That might be the joke of the day.
What do you want us to call them?
Yeah.
So Cranberry Marsh, the mayor was saying, this is like, used to be a lake and now it's turned into this.
Yeah, years and years and years ago it was kind of a lake, and then yeah, it's just turned into the marsh, and it's because as far as I know, it used to be kind of Cranberry Lake, which is further over, and yeah, it was all just wetlands and
If you were a bird, this is like
heaven. Oh yeah.
There's a boat launch just further up from when you get to the end of the boardwalk. Then there's another little hill that you go up and over, and just on the other side of that, there's also a parking area and a boat launch.
Wow.
And then in the winter, when it freezes, there's skating.
Really?
Yep. Locals come out and clear the ice. Let's have a look.
Let's let the birders take a look there.
Oh, there's something moving in there. Well, that's pretty good.
Right? Did you know that the chickadee was voted Canada's favorite bird this year?
Really?
Yeah.
I'm glad it wasn't a Canada goose.
It's known for its bird
That is the
song.
most hated bird.
Yes.
Known for its bird song. It's around. It's here year round. It's cute.
It's a good.
Might land on you.
Yep.
Maybe. Is it a white tail, or is it a white-tailed hawk?
Oh.
That would make sense.
Birders be drooling right now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of birds here at the Cranberry Marsh.
There sure are.
See, usually when we take the show places, the cameras come out, the birds go away. But today we're getting a real show. You want to know something really ironic though?
What?
I actually hate birds.
Really? Are you like a little bit afraid of them?
Yeah.
I get it.
They can stay out there.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
So you're not big on chickens?
No, chickens, turkeys, peacocks,
They're foul creatures.
they are foul. They can stay away. Well, you see what you did there.
I did. Yeah.
All right, well, I think we'll make our way back to the parking lot here and wrap up this trip. Thank you so much for your time today, guys.
Of
Appreciate it.
course.
Yeah.
Thanks for
thank
stopping
you.
by.
So shall we make like birds and get the flock out of here?
You did it! You nailed it! One of the most picturesque destinations in all of British Columbia. So I would argue in all of Canada, to be honest. You're with Elliot, the park ranger at Mount Robson, and I think, to be honest, Elliot, this might be one of BC's nicest decks too.
I would say so. Yeah, I wouldn't argue. Yeah, I don't get to spend that much time out here, so it's nice to be up here.
Yeah, you're busy, the park ranger here. Tell me a little bit about Mount Robson this year, because there's lots of new and exciting things, including the Berg Lake Trail.
Yeah, so I would say we're going back to normal. After four long years of having our main trail, the Berg Lake Trail, closed. We're really excited to announce June 26th it will reopen. We're on schedule. We're feeling optimistic about it. And yeah, our campgrounds in the front country, Robson Rivers, Robson Meadows, and then out on the way to Jasper is Lucerne Campground are open for the season. So you can book that online, or we have some first come, first served sites. And then our visitor center is here to welcome people. And our little cafe's open for business. So yeah, it's happening out here.
It's happening. I'm gonna bring you back to the Berg Lake Trail here, because yeah, the amount of work that had to happen to restore this trail. I mean, you saw it with your own eyes. I saw it through video and pictures, but talk to me a little bit about the process, because it's fairly complex to do. A lot of bridges, a lot of rock work in a pretty remote area.
Yeah, so it took a lot. It took a few contractors, local and BC contractors, to put in big pieces of infrastructure. So you'll see four big new bridges up there, few kilometers of new trail. Like I said, new signage. My team has been working really hard to do new bear lockers. Really important for us to that piece for us keeping the wildlife safe and the people safe.
Everyone's got to stay in their lane.
You know it, yeah. Keep your food in the bear lockers when you come out here, please. We don't want to have to manage that stuff. Yeah, it took a community. It took, our Indigenous partners, some really smart people, geologists, glaciologists. Again, like my little crew of park rangers works really, really hard. They're scrambling around, kind of like a beehive out here, I think.
How many park rangers are there?
So myself, my position is area supervisor. I have 2 senior park rangers. I have 3 seasonal park rangers, 2 students. And new this year, we are going to have 2 parks ambassadors, which are hired by the BC Parks Foundation. So if anybody wants to give donations, you give them to the BC Parks Foundation, and that money comes back to BC Parks. Yeah, you can donate at the visitor center, or you can donate online to them, but they're kind of a new organization for us, and these Discover Parks ambassadors positions are new to Mount Robson this year. They've been around in other parks, but this is our first season with them. So hoping they will do some roving interpretation, bring a bit of interp back to the parks, wildlife safety, those kinds of things.
Okay, I wanted to ask you this too, because now obviously everyone has their favorite parts about Mount Robson. It could be the drive-in, it could be the stop, it could be the cafe. But for you, what is your favorite part about this place?
I think my staff, working with my crew and my staff, and seeing like a new generation of park rangers come and join me and my more senior staff. I really love that aspect of it. I love being in the backcountry with them. I love seeing them interact. But my favorite part about Mount Robson is probably working with the wildlife. It's a program that we run, like a human wildlife coexistence program, where when we get bears, we'll get bears through here.
Oh, yeah.
I train my team. We work with, we do training within BC Parks to push those animals around safely in the least invasive way possible so that we can coexist with them. We're in a big corridor. We're in the campgrounds every single day, which is another great part of this job, is cruising around the campgrounds and letting people know, keep your food locked up. Anything with a scent needs to stay in your car when you come camping here in the backcountry. We have all new bear lockers up. There's a bear locker for every tent pad now. So that human wildlife coexistence piece is so, so important to me. And I really love it because we work closely with wildlife. We have such a respect for those animals on our landscape. So keeping that wildlife safe and keeping people safe. And also just like working with all of our partners, the wildfire crews, our search and rescue guys, our local helicopter pilots have done so much for us. We work with our park operator out here. So it's the relationships. It's relationships with wildlife. It's the relationships with people. It's my work relationships. That's kind of what keeps it
A little
going,
bit of everything.
keeps me coming back. Yeah.
I like it. Well, you could say, I'll say this, you do a very good job with you and your team. See what I did there? But I just want to thank you for your time today and wish you all the best this season. Obviously, there's a lot happening, including events, the opening of the Berg Lake Trail, and then we were talking about the marathon as well.
The marathon. So this year, June 28th is our official opening party for the Berg Lake Trail. And the first Saturday after the long weekend in September is the Mount Robson Marathon is back. Such a great event run by our local YORA, the Yellowhead Outdoor Recreation Association, comes out and puts on such a great event. So come out for that. It's a really good time. It's going to be a busy summer out here.
Definitely going to be. Thank you so much, Elliot. Appreciate it. You got to come out here. We'll have you saying, "Oh, Canada." Here on Canada Day, there's lots to talk about. All the famous people, the great people that came from Canada, and all the cool places that lie within it, including where we're standing here on the Tejon Cache. There's lots of history here dating back to the 1800s, a crucial spot for the railway and also for the Secwepemc people. Important to acknowledge all of our history, of course, here in the beautiful country where we call home. Hope you enjoyed our Canada Day special, and hope you learned something that'll make you say, "Oh, Canada." Happy Canada Day, folks.